ora Rotorua, ahead in tonight's bulletin. Police and schools are promoting the stranger danger message to students. Council roading manager says the Lake Road upgrade is on time and within budget. And the Nono Taha and Rotorua football clubs partner up to enter teams in elite regional competitions. The stranger danger message is being emphasised at primary schools in the eastern suburbs after recent incidents of attempted abductions. During the school term, there have been several reports of a man approaching young children near schools, prompting warnings from the police. Ufata Primary School Principal Bob Stiles says schools have been supporting each other and a network has been created to help keep kids safe. He says students and parents are being kept up to date by schools on the latest developments.
The first incidents occurred at another school near here, and they let us know what had occurred, so we put it in a newsletter straight away and had special assemblies, and we already had been talking to the younger children about stranger danger and how not to talk to people. And so that was really, really good. So when an incident did occur, the child, even though he did speak to the driver, he kept walking and walked away.
Inspector Ed Vandenbroek says investigation into the incidents continues, and while that happens, it's a good idea to reinforce safety messages and strategies to children.
Well, look, at this stage, we're still making inquiries to establish who the person is that's approaching young people, and it's not just limited to the Owhata area, it's in other parts of the town as well. And we're doing some work trying to establish who that is. But it's certainly a good opportunity for parents to talk to their kids about keeping themselves safe and making sure that they send out the right messages so that kids don't talk to strangers, that they stay with their friends, and basically don't get into a vehicle with anybody they don't know. And to make sure that if they are approached, that they take the appropriate action, that they say no, that they run away and they tell somebody about it. And that's what we really want to express to the parents, to get across to the children, so they give them those good safety messages.
Despite unearthing a number of hotspots during construction work, upgrading of Lake Road is expected to be completed close to the original timeframe and within budget. The $14 million Rotorua District Council project, widening Lake Road to 4 lanes, is expected to be completed next month. RDC Works Manager Peter Dine says the 18-month project is proceeding according to plan in terms of both timing and cost. He says the council had received a relatively low number of complaints from the public given the nature of the job, and drivers have been very cooperative and have been demonstrating courteous behaviour. Council is also reporting that there have been a number of significant private investment in property along Lake Road even before work is finished, and Council expects more investment upon completion. One of New Zealand's most respected wildlife photographers, Rod Morris, has paid a visit to the Fish and Game Hatchery at Nono Taha to photograph trout for a new book on the country's freshwater fish. Mr. Morris has more than 30 years' experience as a wildlife photographer and filmmaker, including more than 20 years with TVNZ's Natural History Unit in Dunedin. Rob Morris is taking all the photographs for the new book, relying on fish and game officers in both islands to help him shoot certain species. Eastern Fish and Game Manager Rob Pitcathly says the hatchery team has been delighted to play host to Rod, as the book will provide a valuable resource for all those who have an interest in freshwater fish species in New Zealand. And locals were treated to an aerial display yesterday when the Royal New Zealand Air Force Red Checkers took to the sky. The Formation Aerobatic Team's display over the CBD is part of a tour of the North Island performing aerobatic displays over a number of cities. The Red Checkers were also promoting the Royal New Zealand Air Force as an exciting career option, and the team here enjoyed going up to the roof of the TV Rotorua Centre to watch the display. In sport tonight, Nonotaha AFC and Rotorua AFC have joined in a partnership to enter teams into the Waikato Bay of Plenty Elite Youth Football competition. The teams will be entered under the banner of Geyser Football. Rotorua United President Derek Shaw says the competitions are for youth grades. Mr Shaw says the partnership will create improved pathways to play at the highest level of competition in the wider region.
Really, we want to provide clear pathways for youth in Rotorua to enter into the highest form of competition in the Waikato Bay of Plenty. So that's both for boys and girls and different grades. So there's one sort of pathway, if you like. What happened previously was Rotorua United might have half a dozen players who want to sort of enter the competition, and Nongataha might have a similar number, and unless we sort of could come together, then those players may not actually form teams, and we may not have been able to enter them. So it really provides an opportunity for those players in Rotorua to stay in Rotorua and to play in that top competition.
Derek Shaw says expressions of interest from coaches have been received and players will soon be invited to trials. To your weather now, Rotorua. Tonight will be fine with southeasterlies easing and a low of 4. Tomorrow for Thursday, long sunny spells, some light winds, a high of 19 and a low of 8. And the outlook for Friday, cloudy periods increasing, southwest breezes, a high of 20 and a low of 10. The marine forecast for Lake Rotorua, variable 5 knots, becoming westerly to 10 knots for a time in the afternoon, with waves less than half a metre and some long sunny spells. Remember, for program listings and other info or to upload videos, check out our website tvrotorua.co.nz, and you can also look us up on Facebook. Still to come tonight in City News, we check out facilities at the Rotorua Bridge Club. Detective Inspector Tim Anderson gives us an update on the George Taiaroa murder inquiry, and Leanne Ellis tells us about the More Than Property campaign.